Hello and welcome to our Facebook Live. My name is Jenny McCormack. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in the county of Northamptonshire, right in the centre of England. Thank you for joining me today. If you're joining for the first time, please do say hi so I know that you're there. Let me know where you're from, and also if you have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comment section as we go along. Hopefully I'll be able to see your comments on my screen as we go through. Doesn't always work, but fingers crossed it will be working today. If you watched this before, then hi and welcome back, and if you missed the live, you are probably watching this on catch up, and you may also be watching it on YouTube as I stream to YouTube after my live event has taken place. So you could be watching in any of those places. In any of those cases, hi and welcome. You will have seen, if you've been following me for a little while, the cards that we did yesterday. That was Wednesday. And this was continuing with our set stamps that we're going to be using at Coffee and Card this week. And this design is the same but in 3 different colourways, as you can see. This one is in Daffodil Delight, and we've used some of the background stamps and just a single flower stamp here. No tricks here, no masking or anything, just literally stamped as is. So there's one version of it. We have one here in Melon Mambo, and then another one here in Gorgeous Grape. And we've used a lighter version, Highland Heather, to do this colouring in, and we've used the little background stamps that belong with the stamp set to fill that information in. And the stamp set that we used was called Quiet Meadow. While I was doing this yesterday, I thought this would be the perfect card for a new stamp set out of our autumn winter catalogue. So let me leave that one there so you can see it. And the stamp set that I'm going to use is called, as you can see, Gorgeous Leaves, and it is exactly that. Gorgeous Leaves. It has 3 3 quite medium-sized, I should say, background stamps. We have this lovely dotty effect with a bit of two-tone in, small dots, so we have this lovely wood effect, and then 3 leaves, and then 3 small versions of the leaves, and those are actually on one single stamp. All of the other stamps are individual ones. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to do what I normally do with a new stamp set, and that is just stamp them out so that you can see the finished stamped image. I'm hoping that's not going to reflect on there too much. No, it doesn't. I'm just going to bring in a piece of A5 paper, and here are my 7 stamps here. So I'm just going to stamp these in an assortment of colours. Hi Tracy, lovely to have you join us. And I see Marie from Messy M Creations is, funny enough, using exactly the same stamp set as I am this evening. She went live shortly before me, so that's really weird. We should both choose the same stamp set on the same day. So I hope you're well, Tracy. It's absolutely pouring with rain here, but it has held off all day, to be fair. So I'm just going to stamp these, and I'm going for, not surprisingly, some autumn colours. Just think these are so pretty. So I'm going to stamp the 3 leaves first, and I might do them in different colours. So that is Cinnamon Cider, I'll add an old olive. Like so. So making sure it's nicely inked up. This one. That's beautiful. Hi, Kate. Oh, Tracy said it has been raining, but not at the moment. I'll just give you a warning, Kate. There's no bears in this evening's session. Just so that you know. And I have got all the information ready for my catalogue, so that they should be going out, if you haven't received one yet, should be going out in the next few days. Okay, so those are the 3 leaves. Hello, Brenda. Thank you for joining us. So we're using this new set called Gorgeous Leaves, this one here. And I'm basically recreating the card we did yesterday. This is actually a purple version I did later in the day. Recreating that with this new stamp set. So I'm just doing a quick set of stamping. I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler and add this in. I end up with ink pads all over the place. So let's do this lovely wood grain stamp. Looks good. Like so. Oh, that's lovely. And then the big dots, I'll just use the same one for this. Like so. So you can see this is a distinctive set, and if I lift this up, hopefully you'll see the different colours within that. If I bring that a little bit up, it's not, I don't think on the camera it's as clear as I can see it. And also, let's put this light on, might make it a bit more even. I wonder why it's looking so dark. So you might see that better now. And then we have the small dots. Like so. Another useful background one. And then finally we've got these 3 leaves all together, sort of in miniature. So one single stamp set, one single stamp stamps all of those leaves together. This set does have a coordinating set of dies. You'll not be surprised to hear. I haven't bought the dies as yet, but they obviously cut out these main images. I know they cut out these ones, and also they have some very fine detailed leaves as well. Okay, so that is my stamping. So this is going to go into my, I'm going to trim this down and I'll put it in the back of my pack here so that I can see how it actually stamps. And so what I'm going to do is recreate that design of card with these stamps. So what I did for this was I stamped around the top right and the left hand side at the bottom, and then I added the sentiment, and then I added the infill background and a bit of sponging as well. These ones I coloured in with sponging. Obviously you don't need to do that because these images of leaves are solid. Okay, let's move that out of the way. The stamp set itself is £20 and it's in the autumn winter catalogue, so the one that's just come out, the mini catalogue. And as I said, I'm just getting those out and about for everybody, so bear with me and they'll be with you. Right, so I think I'm going to try these 3 colours together, see what they look like. So what I might do is do some green and brown will be my background. So let's start with a red leaf, and I'm going to choose this one here, which is a bit like a maple or a sycamore leaf. It's just got a really nice sort of soft edge to it. So what I'm going to do is bring this in. So I'm going to stamp one, and I've got hair on it. A long hair. Let me just get rid of that and turn the page over. It's attached in the middle there somewhere. I can see it now. There we go. It wouldn't have mattered, but it's the hair has taken the ink right across the top there. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so put one in here, like so, and another one here. Now, I'm tempted on this one. I'm going to keep these all the same, see what it looks like, and then I'm going to do some, you know, add some different leaves in just to see. So again, I'm not doing any masking, anything particularly clever, just straight, simple stamping. I lift that up, you can see that. So pretty. I don't know what style of leaf you would call this in terms of the fact that it's sort of, I don't know, just slightly broken up and then it's got this soft edging. I'm not sure whether that's a particular style. Okay. So what I wanted to show you is that you can apply a layout to lots of different stamps, because the other thing I thought this would look good with would be snowflakes. A bunch of snowflakes on one end, some up in the top, and then a bit of sponging to connect them together. Would look really nice. Let's just put this one in. So I'm going to do this one as a sort of single colour, and then take it from there. So just clean that off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the smaller set of dots, these ones here, and I'm going to stamp them off because I don't want them to overtake the leaves. So I'm actually going to stamp them off twice. Just build this in here. So just doing it really lightly around that edge. So I hope everybody's had a good day. It's evening for us here in the UK while I'm recording this live. So I hope everybody's had a good day. The rain has just about held off here until now. We have had little showers of it, but it's rather raining a lot. Oh, Kate, what a brilliant idea. Paw prints. Yeah, that's great. And really, to be honest, anything where you've got an image and some sort of background, so it could really be, it could be stars, for example, that would work well. Obviously flowers, stars, flowers, anything like that. I can hear my drink fizzing up. Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm going to add my sentiment, and I'm going to use something from here. So I've got let's celebrate. I think I'm going to do you're amazing. on this one. Let's just make sure it will fit in. Yeah, it will fit in. You're amazing. It's a shame that they didn't have the word "you're" without the apostrophe and without the E. But never mind. Okay, let's just grab a block. And then I'm going to do a little bit of using the blending brush to put this in. So I think I'm going to change colours. I'm going to hit Early Espresso. Not really a surprise. I just want to lift it away from the leaves so it's not all the same. I think this is my rather light Early Espresso. Let me just grab the other one. I had a good tidy up of my ink pads and put all my spare ink pads away. Right, let's see if this is better. Yes, that's much better. So I always like to stamp the larger image first, and then you can fit the smaller one around it. Doesn't necessarily work the other way around. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to pop it in here, and it seems to. Oh, I might put it in there. And then your got a little block for that. Perfect. Take my glasses off this bit. There we go. And what I might do is bring in these 3 little leaves and maybe a little bit of this background. So I'm going to save that background for the next one and just add these in. But I'm going to add them in Early Espresso. And these are, what's the word? They're fine detail, but they're broken up almost like they're skeleton leaves. So it's just a small little sort of broken image. So I'm just going to pop these up here. Just really to link these together. There we go. Now I could use the words, of course, from that stamp set as well. Let's just pop that in there. There we go. So I've got "You're Amazing," and I'm going to mount that onto, I think, a cherry cobbler card. I brought a selection over. So this is cherry cobbler, old olive, Cajun craze and cinnamon cider. Obviously I could also use Early Espresso, but I just think that colour coordination is superb. And I'm going to grab another piece for the inside. Okay, so let's just put that one to one side, and then I'm just going to do a little bit across here, and I might then add a little bit of blending in with the blending brush. Not sure that it particularly needs blending. We'll have a look and see. So I'm going to put this one across this corner. Nearly had my hand in the ink, but I managed it. There we go. So I'm going to put a little bit in this corner too, like so. I hope I'm not willing a change of seasons by using this, because it's definitely not very summery at the moment. But then we have been very lucky, and it will save some of us having to water our gardens, or in my case my tomatoes. There we go. Let's put that a little bit round. Got to love some dots like that. So useful. Which I'm going to put set here. I just want to even up that edge slightly. There we go. So the trick is, the more you put on the inside, the less you need to write in your card. Right, let's have a look see. Okay, so let's put these together. Just going to wipe this down. And obviously you could decorate your envelope as well. I think that would look stunning. So this is our inside. Just going to take that out of the way for the minute. Your choice of glue. I've got Stampin' Seal here, but you could use wet glue, tear and tape, whatever you want. If you've got Seal Plus, I think attached today, you could use that too. Okay, so this is the inside. Just wonder if I might do it that way. Just for a change. Normally I do the weight bottom right hand side, but why not be different today? There's that one, and then this one is going to go onto the top of that. And then I'm going to do one with the different leaves and in different colours. Make a great birthday card for a man. Also good for retirement, I think. Moving home, sort of change of pace. So there we go. That's our first one in Cherry Cobbler with a little hint of early espresso. So I hope you like that one. Let's do our second card. So I'm going to use all of the 3 different styles of leaves for this one. So I'm going to use, thank you, Old Olive, Cinnamon Cider, and Cherry Cobbler. Okay, let's move that one, put that one on there. I don't know if that's still in your view or not. Just about. Okay, so I'm going to start with the largest of the leaf stamps. So this is Old Olive. Let's do this at a jauntier angle. on there. I think I've re-inked this this ink pad right recently, so I'm just going to try that one with it stamped off. So it's not quite as harsh. And then let's have some cinnamon cider with the other shapes. So I'm going to use this one. No, I'm going to use this one. It's just a bit like a beach leaf. There we go. And then this one, let's move that out of the way. I've got a feeling I keep moving down and I'm maybe slightly out of your line of sight. Simple but classy. Thank you. Simple but effective. Okay. Clean that one off. And then we've got this long thin leaf, which I'm going to do in cherry cobbler. And obviously now I've chosen autumnal colours, but there'll be nothing to stop you doing this with summer coloured leaves at all. Like so. There we go. Red and green is nice, isn't it? Yes. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is use those little ones here, like so. Like that. Now I want to use that lovely wood stain here, this sort of wood background, but I don't want it to overtake my beautiful leaves, so I'm going to stamp that in crumb cake, I think. Have a quick look. So let's just try it, just about fits on there. It's getting a little bit busy, isn't it, my little scrap of grid paper? But it's fine because it's the back anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this across here, like so. And it sort of fades out along one edge. So you can see here it's sort of broken up and here it's quite solid. There we go. Didn't do the best job of that, but what I am going to do is bring in a blending brush with some of the crumb cake to blend it all in. Plus I have of course got my dots, so let's just add some of these dots over here. There we go. So crumb cake ink, let's move that one out of the way. and I have left some space for my sentiment. I haven't forgotten, well, only temporarily. So just blending this in from the side and putting my inky fingers on top. Okay, so just bringing this in. Let's swap a piece of grid paper. There we go. Minimize that happening again. Oh, can't you hear me? Was I talking too quietly? Is that better, Brenda? I'll look a bit more at the microphone. Okay, so just bringing in that crumb cake on the edge. Yeah, I must have started mumbling, I think. Sorry, Brenda. There we go. And then bring this in from the edge. So say, if you find a layout that you really like, try and apply it to different stamp sets. Because if it works for one, it should work for similar stamps. So what you need to look for is either a similar size. These are filled in as opposed to open stamps, but they're still working. There we go. So just bringing that blending brush, and I'm not worrying about any of these, a little bit of this ink, if it was merging together, I'm really not worried at all. I don't think it is, because this is all dried now, but it's got a slight sort of pink tint to it. There we go. So let's pop a sentiment in there, and let us see. We could do celebrate together. I've got celebrate, and I haven't. Celebrate together. And what I'm going to try and do, I really wanted to slightly cover up that little smudge. So let's celebrate together, so I can cover that up. Okay, so I'm not going to introduce a new colour. I'm going to use the 3 colours that I've got there. I'm going to do celebrate in cherry cobbler. Oh, hi Catherine, thanks for just popping in. Thanks for sharing your lovely photos in our VIP group. Great photos of your daughter crafting. Okay. So I'm going to put celebrate in the middle here. and then my let's is going to go above. Oh, that's best. It's close. So I've got let's celebrate together. It's going to be. And I think I'm going to do these in the Old Olive. Take my glasses up for the close work. So let's celebrate together. And I'll do that in the green because we like that red and green together, don't we? There we are. Just clean those off. I'm feeling like I want to put something in here because this doesn't feel quite balanced to me. So I think what I'm going to do is find my little cinnamon cider leaf and stamp an extra leaf in there. So here's my cinnamon cider. Doesn't get much use, my cinnamon cider ink pad. It's not one of my favourite colours. I know a lot of people do like it. There we go. That feels better. And I might just add the tip of that in green. And we're done. Now obviously this can go onto any of these colours of card. Like so. So let's see what I've got. You can let me know what you think would look best. Hi Sana. I know, Marie, that was so funny, wasn't it? I just caught your live and I commented on yours to say how amazing was that we should do the same stamp set. So this is my first one. So basically what I was doing is recreating this card design layout with the gorgeous leaves design. So there's that one and the inside for that. So that's all cherry cobbler with a little bit of early espresso. And then this one I've got here, so I've got Old Olive. I've got Cajun Craze, even though there's no Cajun Craze in it, it's not quite right. And I have cinnamon cider. I think it's the Old Olive for me. I could add an extra layer, but I wanted to keep these really simple stamped cards. So I'm just going to have it as a single layer, but I might add a little bit of bling. And I can also add a little bit to the inside. So let's just pop these layers together. Turn this over so I don't get any more ink where I don't need it. There we go. There we are. And what I might add to this is we have these new brushed metallic adhesive back dots, and you've got 3 different colours. Well, I think this one here would look really nice. You've got a copper, a gold, and a sort of earthy bronzy colour. And well, I don't know what you call it really. Have to look at the description. But these are going to feature in our next class in a box and class for our men's cards. But I just think that takes on a bit of a green tone, so I'm going to use that. Although I think the copper would work as well. Decisions. Let's try this. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So they are called brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. Bit of a mouthful. And there you go. That's our second card. So we've gone from a floral like this to a foliage like so. I haven't done any blending around here, and you can see the difference. Obviously I've got a lot of other things going on this one, but I've added quite a bit of the crushed curry, so quite a different look, from a crisp look to a slightly more softer background look. Okay, so I hope you like that. Thank you, Tracy, for your comments. They both look great. What are the red and green? Oh yes, of course, Kate. So this is cherry cobbler and old olive. These two here, very traditional Christmas green colours as well. Cherry cobbler and old olive. I'll try and take that light out of the way. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. I'll pop it in the description as well. Okay, so thank you very much. The brown I used was cinnamon cider, and then the light brown I used for the blending was crumb cake. Okay, so thank you very much indeed. I'm just going to score this to make it lie flat. I will be back on Monday. I have released the information about our paper shares. You should have that information on my Facebook page here, also on my blog that went live today, and that'll also be appearing in an email. And you'll have information about our next class, which is cards for the men and the ladies, and that'll be released shortly too. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Kate. Yes, Kate is thinking Christmas. Well done. Thank you, Zana, Catherine, Marie, Brenda, and Tracy, and anybody else who's watching but hasn't said hi. Obviously you could add a little bit of wink of Stella. You could spritz a little bit, or you could just flick a little bit, or you could just colour it in if you wanted to add a bit of bling. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go and fish my shepherd's pie out of the oven. Hopefully it's not overcooked, and I should be tucking into that shortly. Thank you so much. I look forward to catching up with you all really soon. Appreciate your time this afternoon and this evening. Thank you, Kate, that's really kind of you. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend if I don't catch you before. I have coffee and card tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in Brackley. Not everybody in Brackley, seeing everybody who comes to class in Brackley tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this afternoon. You take care, look after yourselves and keep crafting. Bye for now.